upstairs.
Hi, I'm Shez.
I'm Gav.
And this is our Beneteau Oceanis 430. We made our dream a reality. Welcome aboard to Astrid the Wombat. It was finally the day before our big shakedown sail from Townsville to Brisbane, and we had achieved the triple P. Provisioned, prepped and pumped, and the boat was ready to set sail first thing in the morning. We even had stickers made with our logos, and of course t-shirts for the shakedown crew. All the important things. The next morning we jumped out of bed and we all dressed in our matching t-shirts, and just as the sun was rising we excitedly started the engine. Much to our dismay, the boat didn't move. But once we figured out that we actually have to untie every single line in order to leave the dock, we left Townsville to start our shakedown sail of over 600 nautical miles to Brisbane.
Quick cut to the map. So this is Townsville, where we started from, and we've got to go all the way to Brisbane, obviously, on the outside. So instead of 600 nautical miles, works out to be around about 640 nautical miles. We've got to go around this island, which is Fraser Island, very famous, and then we're cutting through here to get into Brisbane. But to give you a bit of perspective, this is Australia. So basically we're going to go from here to here, and it's going to take us about 8 days.
So our day one plan was leaving Townsville. We knew that the wind was going to be against us, so we decided to motor for about 10 hours, and that would bring us down here to Cape Upstart. And inside Cape Upstart there's a spot called Shark Bay, and Shark Bay has an eco resort and restaurant, and by pulling in there we will avoid any wind, and overnight the wind is supposed to change, so taking off then first thing in the morning. So a great spot for us to stop. So that's day one's plan.
I'll wait to see your golden smile, feel of 1,000 kisses. Oh, please stay a while. I'll reach up to hold your sunlit face. Feels like a handful of silk now. I'm in your warm embrace. Oh, I hope this feeling lasts till the oceans turn to glass and the world around us turns and fades to black. Together we'll hold back the sun in this moment forever young. Against the stream of time we'll run, baby. We'll hold back the sun. This feeling moves me every single day.
Although it looks like we're tracking southwest, we have that set and show us
Yeah.
that way. Then that's map north. So it gives us a good indication of our track. So I don't think we're going to get the sail right. That one.
Landing craft. I wonder if they're doing exercises landing on beaches.
Okay, I'm going to do the intro to the Shakedown Crew 2023. Gavin, what have you got to say for yourself?
Absolutely nothing.
You've got a rod out,
Yeah.
and you're standing beside the lazarette. I think that sums you up.
Yeah, lazarette. It's
The
all about the
lazarette.
lazarette.
It's a lot of lazarette.
How's the captain this morning?
Pilot command,
Pilot
fantastic.
in command. Good. And we have Connie. crew.
Really looking forward to the journey.
It's going to be awesome.
It's all about the journey.
We're leaving Townsville behind back there. So long. We slept in this morning and took off an hour later than we thought we would, but that's all good. A rested crew is a happy crew. And now we're just hoping to catch some fish. If we catch a fish, we're going to have to drink a lot of beer so we can fit it in the freezer.
I know.
Sorry guys, but the pressure's going to be
That's
on.
okay. Catch me tomorrow and
Oh, I hope this feeling lasts till the oceans turn to glass and the world around us turns and fades to black. Together we'll hold back the sun in this moment forever young. Against the stream of time we'll run, baby. We'll hold back the sun. This feeling moves me.
Can't even describe how amazing it was to finally be on our boat. And you can see in the background there, that's Townsville. And at this point in the sail, we were 7 hours in. So I think it's amazing to me just how long it takes you to get from one spot to the other. And the morning so far was spent up telling old stories, for me to get to know everybody really well, which was wonderful, and just generally chatting. The vibe was high. The scenery was absolutely stunning. And these guys, the Grahams, are just amazing. So, yeah. And we say amazing and we talk them up a lot, but they're supposed to be helping us sail back to Brisbane. And Gav and I were starting to wonder, just how much help they were going to be, given that they were literally just asleep. But it was an awesome day and the boat was just fantastic. We were literally living our dream.
I wait to see your golden smile, feel of 1,000 kisses. Oh, please stay a while. I reach up to hold your sunlit face. Feels like a handful of silk now. I'm in your warm embrace. Oh, I hope this feeling lasts till the oceans turn to glass and the world around us turns and fades to black. Together we'll hold back the sun in this moment forever young. Against the stream of time we'll run, baby. We'll hold back the sun. This feeling moves me every single day. I'm captured by your charm, enchanted by your ways. In the magic of your eyes, I've become lost in their spell. So come closer, my dear, because all is well. Oh, I hope this feeling lasts till the oceans turn to glass and the world around us turns and fades to black. Together we'll hold back the sun in this moment forever young.
As the morning stretched on, Dave gave me some lessons on how to see the wind on the water. This consisted of Dave talking about the wind on the water, me thinking that it sounded a lot like a Disney soundtrack, and in my head, just singing Moana songs, but nodding at Dave like I really understood what he said. The weather was beautiful. We were having the best time. We'd also managed to have some lunch, which was great. We had some wraps and some meats and salads, and it sounds boring, but we were high-fiving each other that we'd made our very first meal while we were motoring along. Can't really say under sail yet. You can see that the seas are starting to stir up just a little bit, but not too bad. And you can also see that at this point, Connie had already lost her first hat, and more on that later. But luckily, we had another hat on board for her. We were coming up to Cape Bowling Green, which was so beautiful, like a large sandy bank with just a couple of trees on it. And we came really close to it. It was amazing and made us a little nervous at first, but the navionics was great. We knew our depth, and it was good to be able to see Cape Bowling Green there. Look at that hatch opening and closing as well. Goodness. So there's Cape Bowling Green. Just incredible. The day was going really quickly. You can see now we managed to get the sails up just after lunch, so we were so excited. Got the head sail and the mainsail up. We were heeled over and we were really sailing. It was absolutely awesome. And we're about to turn the engine off, and that was looking really good. And then okay, just going to give an update. We are about 8 hours ahead of early. Had a problem with our instrument panel, which is not showing any readings. It just went to 0. We think it's a fuse or some sort of loose connection. There's 2 of the gauges are coming up with some tapping. Been in contact with the installer and all that, they can't figure it out. Engine's still running beautifully, but if we turn it off, we are concerned we won't be able to turn it back on, given that the on button is part of the instrument panel. So we've taken the decision to continue on the sail to early, so we've got another 8 hours. We'll sail through the night. Hell of a first day sailing. Left at 6 o'clock this morning, so we'll get to early about 8 o'clock tomorrow. So first sail will be more than 24 hours. Seasickness has been a bit of a problem. The seas are really bad and we're getting this wind that is just hammering us right on the nose. So we take turns if we have to get something from downstairs and bring it up. We have medicated and medicated some more. It's going to be a long night, but it wasn't meant to be easy, was it? So trying to line up a marine electrician for us tomorrow morning, or hopefully we can sort it out ourselves if it's a fuse. Can't find any spare fuses in the airport. So yeah, there's no point if we can't fix it ourselves at this point. So yeah, continue on. We're heaps of fuel, so we'll be okay. But yeah, this is a steep learning curve.
So just quick interruption to the goings on the boat to just clarify what actually did happen. So there's a tiny little panel and it fried. So it was a Friday panel, didn't get made well. And so it was replaced under warranty, which is really good. But the reason why we were panicked is because we didn't know the boat. We have no idea about the motor. We have no idea about any of it. And when you we don't know what revs we're doing, we don't know what the oil pressure is, we don't know what the temperature is, we don't know what the fuel gauge is, we had no idea about it. So it was pretty stressy anyway. There was some weather and other stuff happening as well, and we were sick. I was down for the count, really seasick until the next morning. But yeah, that's why we were panicking.
The camera doesn't really pick up how high the swell is in the sea, but you can see the movement in the boat, and you can see that half of our crew were absolutely down for the count. Dave and I decided to do an hour on, an hour off to get us through the night, and I was feeling pretty nervous, to be honest. Poor Connie took up what is now and will be forever known as Connie's Corner. As the night wore on, the conditions really deteriorated. We had 2.5 to 3 metre waves coming straight over the bow. And this is the only photo, in fact, the only footage that I took of the entire night. So I thought it was a good idea to get the team back together to let you know what happened.
we started in such beautiful conditions. Early morning, light southerly, so we had to motor until we could get the wind to swing. And then when the wind swung round and we got round Cape Bowling Green, we got to about a 60-degree angle where we put the sails up, and the boat was just beautifully balanced. You know, the gunnel was in the water, and everything was just going absolutely beautiful. And then we said, we'll turn the motor off. And when we went to turn the motor off, we looked down and went, ugh. No tacho, no oil pressure, no water temp, nothing. And we thought, okay, well, let's not turn it off. Let's think about this.
Yep.
And that's when the idea of going to, was it Shark Bay we were going to go to?
Yeah, we were going to go to Shark Bay because they had like the eco restaurant. And remember, we were going to do the ceremony to change the name of the boat.
Correct.
Night.
We were going to have our monumental moment.
Yeah.
And then when we decided that because we couldn't turn the engine off, we thought, well, will we be able to start it again because of the dodgy panel? And I think that's when Gav came up with a really smart idea of let's keep going because we don't want to have to get into somewhere with no motor and not being able to start it again if we needed to.
Yeah, not be able to manoeuvre.
Yeah, so while the motor was going, we made the executive decision to keep going, basically. And that was the start of the night. You know, the wind dropped off. It went back round to a northerly, to a southerly. We ended up, you know, just bouncing our bow through the waves, water coming over the deck, I remember being on the helm and looking down underneath and just seeing a beautiful little cascading waterfall onto your bed. And thinking, geez, I'm glad my bed's at the back.
Yeah, it was horrible. That was crazy. There was so much water. And then when you looked in the bilge was working perfectly. It was handling it like it had been doing it before, probably. But anyway.
Never a problem. But you know, and I just remember we had a feed. I think we made a pretty light feed.
We had wraps for lunch, and it was just after lunch that this happened. So we never got dinner. We never got dinner.
No, we just snacked. I think we just snacked.
Yeah.
Except for Connie.
And I remember that we would do shifts overnight.
Yeah, 2-hour shifts, I think it was.
I think it started out at...
Actually, we didn't make any plans for that night because people were crook and we decided not to. We made the plans later on our trip.
But we did the 1 hour on, 1 hour off for you and I, Dave. So I think initially we were saying 2 hours and then we lost half the crew.
Yeah, you lost me. I don't know what hours I was doing, but my eyes were closed, and I was trying not to spit.
Mate, to your credit, I couldn't get over how tough you were because you looked as white as your shirt you were wearing now. You still got up and got to the bloody top of those stairs and looked at us and said, "Hey, I'm here if you need me."
Yeah.
I'm thinking, I don't know what good you were going to be apart from emptying bowels and other bits, but you were there.
But do you remember Davey then fell over straight after he said it?
We shouldn't have laughed because I copped the same.
Oh, that was the side
that was the
side step.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
No, it was to your credit, mate. Fair dinkum.
Oh, I got the chopper chops.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, well then, not at that stage. Con was in Con's corner.
Yep.
Which is still called that.
Yeah, I was trying to overcome the seasickness.
And then she did the bum crawl.
Bum crawl down the seat and throwing up over the back. So did that a few times.
With me saying, hold her shirt, Dave, hold her shirt. I was so worried that we were going to lose her because the seas were about 2.5 metre waves at that point. It was really... And the thing I remembered today was we took that middle part of the Dodger, we took it off for the sail because it was beautiful weather.
And we didn't put it back on.
And we couldn't get it back on because by the time we knew what was happening, the weather had picked up to the point that we couldn't actually stand up to be able to put it on. So when you were on watch overnight, the waves would break over the boat and shoot straight through that gap in the Dodger and smash you on the face, and you just have to sit there and go...
and just going, first night, this is fun.
Yeah, leaning forward because no one bothered to put a safety rail up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't need that. We were fine.
No, I had David hanging on to me, so I was,
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I was hanging on to the boat as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it was that magic hour of about 3 o'clock. I was starting to fade.
Yeah.
And that's when you came up with an idea of a chubba chup or something, and it was a watermelon. Yeah. For some reason I thought it was strawberries and cream, but yeah, the watermelon chubba chup, that was absolutely a lifesaver.
I'll never forget it because we were taking turns who had to go down. If you had to go down to the toilet, you did everything else that had to happen at that point and come up, because then you'd have 30 minutes where you just try not to spew when you got back up the top. And then you came up and you had 2 chuppa chups in your hand. I nearly started crying. I was like, oh my God, a chuppa chup. And I remember your words were, I got both of us the same flavour so we don't fight.
And how good were they?
They were good. And then do you remember at another point, I can't remember when it was, but I said to you, I think it was when we were the most miserable, which was probably the entire night, and I said, do you think this is because we didn't do the ceremony to rename the boat? And Dave said to me, what's involved? And I said, I have to read something off my phone, which I'm not doing because we were all feeling a bit sick. And I said, and then we pour alcohol in the ocean. And Dave looked at me with this straight face and says, go down and get 2 cans of 4X and we'll just peg them at the waves.
We'll do it now.
Make it stop.
Oh, it was good. It's good. The best part was when it was getting light and we were sort of got to that nicer part.
Yeah.
And it flattened out, the water flattened out around Dingo Beach area.
Yeah.
And that was awesome. Then I just went down and crashed. I took bloody Gav's spot. He got up on the helm and we were good as gold.
Yeah, I came good, didn't I?
Yeah, you came good
5:30, 6 o'clock or something.
It really flattened out as the sky was lightening. It was flattening down, but geez, it was a long night. First day sailing.
You know, there wasn't one stage where I was worried about the boat or how we were travelling or our safety. You know, everything was holding up nicely. The motor was running beautifully, although we couldn't check on the vital signs of the engine.
We always knew where we were.
We were comfortable and we were safe. And
we knew where the EPIRBs were.
Yeah.
Sorry, mate?
We knew where the EPIRBs were.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, EPIRBs. What are they?
I agree. I never felt unsafe in the boat. I felt like the boat, despite the conditions being so bad, I didn't feel unsafe. I felt inadequate to be on watch on my own at night. And I remember because Dave just slept in the cockpit, and then I was like, I could literally reach over and just bang him on the leg if I got scared, like when those circles appeared on Navionics that were the was the shipping.
Yeah, just ship moorings.
Ship moorings. Yeah. What are these pink things? I felt underprepared, but I didn't feel unsafe, and I felt like the boat handled really, because I think we were easy 2.5 metre to 3 metre waves that when it got really bad. It was slamming down.
The boat handled it beautifully. And you know, like I said, there was no stage where I was scared, I got to be honest. I just thought, we'll just bounce our way through this, you know.
Yeah.
But when she was under sail...
And when it was under sail, heading to Cape Bowling Green, oh my freaking God, I was frothing, absolutely frothing, thinking this is just stunning. The boat was beautifully balanced. I could steer it with a finger.
Yeah.
And we were humming, absolutely humming.
Hey guys, quick end to the video. We really appreciate you watching. Yeah, we're super grateful. And we've got some merch that we want to give away. She's got some t-shirts.
Crew t-shirts, because you're all our crew. So here they are. They're in multiple colours as well. I just love the green. So front of the shirt and the back of the shirt.
So we figure the best way to get yourself one of these for free is to put your name in the comment section, or just make a comment. And we'll draw one of those out, chuck it into a randomizer and do that. And subscribe as well if you can, because that means a bit to us and it doesn't cost you anything. So.
Yep, and we'll mail them anywhere in the world. And we hope you're enjoying the videos, and we hope you can see the learning curve we're going under. I think I'm really proud of this one. But I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks, guys. See ya.
See ya.